Okay, to be fair, I didn't look at the gender of my Pokemon before giving their name, so why the hell not? It really does show that, I don't think things through. Oh, by the way, the guy posted his own footprints. Yeah, we really couldn't go there because some idiot forgot to, you know, check his footprints. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna rename my Trico sometime down the road. Because it's awkward with a girl named Rick. Richa, maybe, but not Rick. So, I think this is where I have to admit that. Well, fun fact: when I actually played the Sapphire demo at a Fred Meyer, if anyone knows what that is, it's practically like a grocery store, and there was like a game section. So remember back when the days when they had demos. But yeah, when I played the demo of Pokemon Sapphire, I used a Trico. It actually does come in handy because I have learned to like the Gecko Pokemon. Because I've only played with either Torchic or Mudkip, but never a Trico. So I decided to give me a bit of a challenge. And let's see, how many Pokemon do I have? Yeah, this is definitely something that I might want to consider. Also, pick up every berry that's there. Going on with this, there is a lot more we can do as we go on. Yeah, fucking. You know, it would be really embarrassing if it was if I lose Rick. If I lose Rick, if I lose Rick after getting poisoned. Thankfully, there was a Pecha Berry nearby, so. Yeah, I think I want a Lotad on my team. Yeah, just for funsies, I'm just gonna name him Rick. Again, after Rick Devens from Survivor. Yeah, I don't really have a theme to my Let's Plays, specifically my Pokemon Let's Plays. I just name whatever comes to my mind. Although I should probably have a theme down the road. Yeah, there's one Pokemon I need to find. I'll let you know when I get to it. And here it is. Ralts. Trust me, Ralts is really hard to get, so it becomes a good psychic type and later a fairy. I think it's a fairy type down the road. I could be wrong. Sorry, I've not played the newer generations as of recently. So I'm gonna name him Booty. And for those who know what that's a reference to, that's in reference to the late Bollywood actor Amrish Puri, who's one of my favorite villain actors. May the man rest in peace. So, surprise, surprise, you actually have a dad in this game. I just realized you never have a dad in these kind of games. And again, this is another one of those best tutorials. This is Wally, who is going to be I guess your second rival. And he's an interesting character. Spoiler alert, but as far as a rival go, he's rather, I don't know, meek. I don't think it's me characters, but he's not really much of a competitor. Yeah, after four gems, you have to face Norman. which means when the journey actually begins, you have to make sure you stocked up. Okay, so something to note, this guy does not appear in Ruby or Sapphire. Just saying. Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna, well, just to not confuse anyone, I'm gonna name them both Lotad and Trico until I change Trico's name. Oh, that was awkward. But yeah, this is definitely and yeah, I really don't think things through when it comes to like. You also notice that all my team members are green so far. Yeah, Ralts has green in its hair. Yeah, Trico is green and Lotad is green. It's kind of weird seeing that there's two Ricks. They... Oh. Yeah, I'm training right now, so I'll let you know when I'm finished, so BRB. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, this is where you face all the trainers. I'm sure you. This isn't a golden opportunity to like try to face every trainer you can. So I would advise taking every opportunity to like fight everything you need to. Specifically when it comes to really hard boss battles, in this case the gym leaders or the Elite Four. But yeah, you'll cross that bridge when you get there. Ooh, Bide. Yeah, really. Yeah, Bide is I wouldn't recommend teaching it, but if you're not properly leveled, then you're screwed. And of course, Magikarp. Yeah, I know, I'm wasting time with Astonish but at the same time I need to ensure that I'm ready for anything. Like I said, grab every barrel you can. Yeah, good attack, but not a good special attack, maybe. And how the fuck do you have a full restore at level 7? Either you're very overkill or you're really rich. Alright, Paleberg Woods. The first forest area you need to go through. Usually I notice in every Pokemon game you have to face various sorts of like bug captors or whatnot. And knowing this, you should always have everything on hand. Yeah, I know. You know, when I first played Ruby and Sapphire and I got to this point, I won't lie, this felt a lot to take in, because after going through Blue and later Crystal, I would never expect the Game Boy Advance to like consider having a Pokemon game. And then I realized, maybe there'll be more. Maybe that's it. Maybe it'll be the final Pokemon game, but no, the franchise keeps going, and I guess they're never too. I guess you could say they're never too out of ideas for Pokemon. So there we go. I would like to play some other games outside of Pokemon. I know I'm playing Persona 5X. And I haven't played for a while now, so... Okay, so this is one of the villain teams. Team Aqua. We'll get to the other one later, but... yeah, there is no Team Rocket in this game, and unlike unlike the Johto games with the Kanto games, there's no connection between Gen 1 and Gen 2. And down the road, I'll explain later when I finish the Kanto games. But I will point out version exclusive differences. But yeah, there's a lot to consider. Ningat is an interesting Pokemon. You need a Ninjask can later. It leads to Ninjask where you can later get a Shedinja. I don't know the full detail of it, but yeah, I will make a very small disclaimer. I'm not an expert. I'm just playing for the sake of playing and enjoying myself with it. Half the times I may not know what I'm talking about. In the Ruby and Sapphire versions, Zigzagoon was the more popular Pokemon, but I think they changed it from Zigzagoons to Poochyena. Don't get me wrong, Laniana is a really good Pokemon down the road, but it's a little bit miffed to get like a dark Pokemon that quickly. Healing the Alright, Asker. Wheeler Pale. Really. So in Gold, Silver, and Crystal, there was always berries, but it was just called berry and nothing really particular. I love the creativity they did with the berries here and based them off actual fruit, like for a lychee berry or a tomato berry or nanab. Yeah, that's actually really creative. Oh, and spoiler alert. This guy also has a full restore if you consider everything. Ignore that ahead of time, I apologize. Yeah, Shroomer's is also an interesting Pokemon. I pick with Lotad because I need the type advantage with... I need the type advantage with going forward because, well, for one thing, I want to be immune to fire. It'll cover some weaknesses. Although battles. Crowd, I can't talk. Emeralds. I know double battles have been a thing when the twin trainers are introduced, but they don't really like come into play until you tell Emerald. So there is a lot to consider. Well, the real Rick stand up? And of course, freaking Magikarp. I like the concept of Magikarp looking weak and then becoming a really powerful Gyarados, but I don't know. It's a pain to raise. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the easiest battle out there. I'm thinking down the road I can go into like some interesting stories I've had with these kind of games. I won't go into detail like Chuck Conroy does, but I will do my own thing. Thank you for the nice berry. See, there's even a berry based off a chestnut of all things. And there's one based off cherries. Let me check what's any items here. X defend. Yeah, hot take, I don't use X items. I never do. I'm cheap like that. Let me heal. Anyway, I guess that's all. Next time we face Roxanne.